Hello, Sat Sri Akal and Sin Chow. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the results of my updated Ancestry DNA and 23andMe results. So without further ado, I'm going to share them.
So firstly, I'm going to talk through the Ancestry DNA results. So this is the overview page, and by way of comparison, I'll just bring up on screen what the results were prior to the update. So as we can see, there's been some changes in percentages and also some changes in the regions. Some regions have disappeared and new ones have come into the mix. So firstly, I'm going to talk about Vietnam. So they've attributed 43% of my ancestry to Vietnam with a range of 41 to 49%. So that means each of the 40 times they ran my DNA through their testing process, it always returned a result of having Vietnam in that composition. It ranged from anything between 41 and 49%, so they've gone with 43. By way of comparison, I'll just bring up on screen what the result was prior to the update. Okay, so moving on to northern and western India. So this region is a new region. Previously it was a lot more broader, and previously it was just South Asia, but now they've broken it down. The areas highlighted in lime green are the areas where they are attributing my ancestry from. So this lime green area covers the Punjab, which is what I expected to see. By way of comparison, I'll just show you guys what the results were prior to the update. So Central Asia South, which covers Afghanistan and Pakistan, is a new area. This wasn't part of the results previously. Provided an estimate of 12% with a range of 0 to 46. So because the range has 0 in it, it could mean I don't have any ancestry whatsoever from that region, or I could have anything up to 46%. Pakistan, I'm not too surprised because the Punjab region, half of it's in India, half of it's in Pakistan. My mum is Punjabi, so I'm not too surprised to see that there. The Dai region, primarily located in Myanmar, did come up previously, but it came up previously with 8%. I'll just let you guys see the result prior to the update. So again, this region has 0 within the range, so it has to be taken with a pinch of salt because I might not have any ancestry attributed to that area. And now southern and eastern India. This is a new region, and it covers the areas of Bangladesh, India, Maldives and Sri Lanka. They've attributed 5%, but again 0 is within the range. So some movement there, but not massive compared with 23andMe, which is what I'll move on to talk about now. This is the overview page. 49.5% East Asian and Native American and 49% Central and South Asia. So those two overarching categories don't vary too much compared with previously. I'll just let you guys see what my results were prior to the update. So as you can see, there's been a lot more change here in terms of the percentages. So I'll firstly talk about Vietnam. So they've attributed 34.3% of my ancestry to Vietnam. Previously it was just over 18%, so that's a massive change. And also what's interesting is previously they did indicate 3 specific regions of the country where they think I had recent ancestry. In the updated version, they've taken that away, and what they've put instead, in replacement of that, is that they're working to identify more detailed Vietnamese ancestry, because they don't have enough exact matches between my DNA and the reference panel they have. So hopefully as time goes on, their reference panel will grow, and so will developments in their DNA testing process. Could possibly lead to some answers around the regions. So that's a massive difference compared with the results prior to the update. Indonesia, Thai, Khmer and Myanmar. So this region appeared prior to the update, but the percentage has dropped massively. Again, they're unable to specify specific regions within that area. And now broadly Chinese and Southeast Asian, that was there before, but the percentage was different. So Central and Southern Asia, so this appears to have become a bit more granular. The percentages have also changed, so they're attributing 27.3% to Northern India and Pakistan. So within India, Punjab, that was there before, and that's accurate. Because that's where my mum is from. Gujarat, however, wasn't on there before. Instead of Gujarat, the previous version stated Tamil Nadu. Pakistan was there before, and again Punjab. So half of Punjab's in India, half's in Pakistan. So not really too surprised that that's there. By way of comparison, I'll just let you guys see what the results were previously. So Bengali and Northeast Indian, 9.3%. So this is a new region, and within that they've stated that the northeast region of India is a highly likely match. So the areas of West Bengal and Assam stated they don't detect enough recent ancestry from Bangladesh or Nepal. Now Central Asia, so this is a new region which didn't appear previously. They've attributed 5.8% to that region, and they don't state what specific countries that covers, but I assume, well, my understanding is that it would cover Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. So I'm not too surprised that that is there, and Afghanistan, because I have Jat ancestry, and from the research I've done, the Jat people are not indigenous to India. Way back in history, apparently they originated from what is now Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, and then migrated east into Pakistan and northern India. And moving on now, broadly Central Asian, Northern Indian and Pakistani. So that just covers that whole area. Broadly Central and South Asian. Trace ancestry, which remains the same. Unassigned. They just can't attribute a specific country. Now the ancestry timeline has changed. This is what it looks like now. I'll just show you guys what it looked like prior to the update. So there's been some significant changes there. The chromosome painter, by default it's set at 50%. We just switch that to 90%. These are the results. So this is what they can say with near certainty. To conclude, the results from AncestryDNA appear to be a lot more accurate the first time round, whereas the 23andMe results have changed quite significantly in terms of the percentages that are given and the actual regions. So overall, it seems AncestryDNA is a bit more reliable, but it's not as granular. And also 23andMe appear to have a larger user base. So it's much more likely to find a relative on there, in my experience, than it is with Ancestry DNA. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found that interesting. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. The plan going forward is to research more into my Vietnamese ancestry and hopefully make a trip out there sometime in the future. I don't know when that will be, but if you are watching from Vietnam, look out for my updates. It'd be great to meet you out there.